my father was graping me a lot. And for context, guys, I'm first generation African here. My parents are all directly from Africa. I didn't realize how evil my parents were until this situation progressed. So we're going to go back to the kitchen, guys. So after he's done penetrating me, I noticed that he waits for me to go back into my room. And I'm walking down the hallway trying not to wake up my siblings. I might as well just have to go along with it because I didn't think that I had a voice. Nobody was going to listen to me. So we're going to go towards one of the week. He calls me into his room and I close the door behind me. It's dark. I don't really see his face. He asked me to come right next to him. And me being hesitant because the last time he penetrated me. So I'm thinking this is going to be the same situation. So I proceed to slide in the bed. I'm right next to him and I notice he's completely naked. And he has his phone out, and on his phone he has porn. And he's basically telling me to look at the porn and see what they're doing, and he's telling me what he likes and what he wants me to do. And me being 13 around this time, I never really experienced watching porn or anything. It was at this point that my mom walks into the room. Mind you, she was cooking in the kitchen, and so she entered the room, and the words that came out of her mouth was that I'm going to find out what y'all are doing. And instead of her, turning on the lights, trying to see what's going on, she exited the room. Like, she has to know. She has to know. For example, I would be taking a shower before school, and he would interrupt my shower and hop in the shower with me and begin to violate me again. And this would happen every time that I would hop in the shower. There wasn't a shower that I really had that he wasn't involved in. And then wanting to send nudes. And this would happen quite frequently, sometimes before school, sometimes in the evening, before he would violate me again. There would just be different instances, and it increasingly got worse and worse. It even got to the point where I stopped walking my siblings to school because he would want to violate me at home. So my body belonged to him. I didn't have any say of what I wanted to do with my body, what I really wanted to wear, all of that stuff. And I know some of y'all are wondering, if I had any friends around this time. And I feel like the friends that I had around me knew me as a grasshead. Thanks to me. There was an instance where I couldn't even invite anybody over to my house because, my dad is a weirdo. And I'm not going to invite anybody over knowing that my dad does all this. But I really couldn't trust the people that I called friends with what was going on. Because of the stuff that they would do to me, it just showed that they didn't even like me either. So, I'm around an abusive household, friends that don't really like me. So I'm feeling very alone in this situation. I started smoking grass to deal with everything that was going on at home. And because of this, my dad found this out and he used that as a manipulation method. He would give me weed so he could violate me because he knew that I would smoke it and I would take it. So it was more of this really weird reward system. If he violates me, then, I get weed. And so it turned out to be something that happened quite frequently, which also confused me because my mom did not approve of me smoking grass. And so I would get in trouble for smoking grass, and it was weird seeing him switch up. It was like, how are you going to give me grass and then also in the same breath be on the same side with my mom to, ground me and make sure that I don't leave the house and just little stuff like that. It was during these years that my dad isolated me. So I wasn't allowed to go out. I wasn't allowed to have any social contact with anybody. Because of what he was doing, I decided to start ditching class. I just didn't want to go to school anymore. I didn't have the motivation. I didn't care enough. And so eventually the school calls my parents and tells them that I've missed a lot of school, that I'm going to be in ISS. And, I'm sitting in the office waiting for my parents to come because it's just procedure. My mom comes in crying, bawling, saying that I'm a terrible daughter, that all I care about is smoking weed and this.
Black women, after watching this video, go talk to your kids. Go talk to your daughter. Talk to your son. After watching this video, talk to